Nick, what do you think? Is Joel Embiid already one of the best players in the league at this point?
As long as he's healthy, he's, to me, in the top 20. If you consider that one of the best, then yes. And, I mean, Joel Embiid is still, he hasn't hit his 60th career game yet. Like, I understand he's been in the league multiple years, but as far as games played, this is like midway through his rookie season. When he was coming out of Kansas, the draft profile on him was, if everything hits, he can be Akeem Olajuwon. Now, Akeem Olajuwon, by my metric, is the 12th greatest player in the history of the sport. So that is very, very high praise. I get that. But when you watch the footwork that this 7'1" behemoth, look at that. That's a double dream shake that he's exhibiting. And you watch the synergy he already has with Ben Simmons. When these two guys have 15 career games played together, you see the potential. I worry about his health. Big men with foot problems do not have a great history. But when he is out there, he is one of the most fun players to watch and one of the most fun players to listen to talk in the NBA.
The 76ers, they have an exciting future. It's official. The process, it did work. I mean, they have a phenomenal amount of talent that's still undeveloped. Joel Embiid, you talk about the dream shape, comparing him to Olajuwon. But his ability at 7'1" to be able to shoot from the three, his stat line, Jenna, were 46 points, right?
Yeah.
He only took 20 shots. All right? It's almost impossible to get 46 with 20 shots. He's 16 of 19 from the free throw line. Now, he's 7'1".
Yeah.
So be a great free throw shooter, to have the inside repertoire, what he does have, to be able to pull people out to the three-point line.
Right.
There's no center in the NBA like him. We might talk about Karl Anthony Towns, you know, in Minnesota, him being able to do that. But this kid is very special. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop worrying about the injuries, because the last two games have been career highs in minutes for him. 36 minutes the game before, 34 minutes last night. So I'm hoping and praying he stays healthy.
I know we're going to talk about Lonzo, so I just want to make one Laker comparison. Watching 6'10" Ben Simmons and 7'1" Joel Embiid, one oversized point guard, one freak you've kind of never quite seen a comparison for at center. It reminds me a little bit of a duo the Lakers had once upon a time with Magic and Kareem. Now, that is, as obviously, that is getting way ahead of myself. But man, oh man, these guys are fun to watch.
For what it's worth, I do that in relationships all the time.
Oh,
as good as Embiid was, that's how bad Lonzo Ball was. Ball scored. That's why we're best friends, and we've only had 50 shows. Ball scored 2 points in this one. 2. He scored 2 points. That's only one better than 1 point. He went 1 for 9 from the field. Bad enough that LeVar is reportedly considering dropping Lonzo from Big Baller Brands.
That's a good one.
That was a joke. But Nick...
And that was a good enough joke. I am certain neither you nor Brumley wrote it.
Nick.
I don't know who wrote it, but it was a great joke.
All right, Nick had that joke. Nick, who wants all the credit for his jokes. That was a good one. What should the Lakers do with Lonzo? What do you do with a situation like this where you want him to get better, but playing is not making him better?
In fairness, that was Sam Pepper's joke, who I crush a lot, so I want to give him credit. What I would do with...
stole a joke that we stole? That's a double steal.
Yep, I should play for UCLA. So what I would do with Lonzo is... I would consider putting him in the G League. That used to be the D League. I didn't want to call it by its right name.
League?
Yeah, the G League. If you're not going to play him in 20 minutes and he's not going to have any confidence, I would say, because we know Lonzo can hit some free throws. He hit about 70% in college. We know he can finish around the rim. He had a above 70% field goal percentage in the paint in college. We know he's not the worst three-point shooter in the world. He was an above average, not great, but an above average three-point shooter in college. Let him get his confidence back by playing against guys like he played against in college. Because last night, going up against another rookie, granted a guy a year older in Ben Simmons, he did not look like he belonged in the same league as that guy.
My biggest problem is because he's got two aspects of playing the point guard position down, all right? He rebounds really well, all right? His assist-to-turnover ratio is good.
It's outstanding.
All right? Those two aspects. So I wouldn't send him to the G League because he's a better player than that, all right? He's got to get a lot smarter. He is not a good shooter. They got the tip in the game last night. Lopez gets the tip. They come down, run the first play. They do a pick and roll. He shoots a 25-footer within 8 seconds on the shot clock. And if you look at the stat sheet from last night, he was 1 of 9. He shot 6 3-pointers. Now, he is not going to get better till he gets smarter. He needs to be able to drive the ball in the lane, get to the free throw line. They need to play at a faster pace so he can get some easy looks. Stop shooting 3-pointers, all right? You're the worst shooter in the NBA, all right? So your shot selection, you need to understand the reason why you're the worst and take out the shot that is the most difficult for you.
And you need to understand why you're wide open, Lonzo. Lonzo. I want to still be a buyer on Lonzo, but in your last 6 games, you're averaging 6 3-point attempts a game. Most of them are open. You know why you're open?
You're not making them.
Because you're shooting 20%
They're letting you
on
shoot
those. They are asking you.
Yeah, they're backing off of him.
It's the same reason Derrick Rose has been open from 3 his whole career, because they want you to shoot those. Now, you got to be able to, you got to be good at something when it comes to scoring. You don't have to be good at everything. You don't even have to be good at most things. You got to be good at something. You got to be able to make defenses pay for some type of way to play.
My career advice to him is do just like you did with Pepper this morning, and just like his brother did in China. He need to go somewhere and steal somebody's jumper, and add that to his rebounding and assist game, and keep him on the Lakers. I would limit his minutes.
That's what I was
saying.
saying.
I wouldn't be forced to start him. If you're only going to play him 20 minutes, it doesn't make sense to start him and then not play him in the
So you're okay with
quarter.
him playing 20 minutes, or you want to see more time?
Yeah, but it's how it's dispersed. Why are you starting him in the game, then he don't play the whole fourth quarter? Or it's just a courtesy start because you're the high draft pick. Right. There's a sense of entitlement. We're going to put you
Fans
out there when he's not the best point guard on the team.
And what about you with minutes, real quick?
I'd send him to the G League and let him play the whole damn game. Okay. And let him get some confidence back.
Steal somebody's jump shot.
G-League. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.